Hey, what's going on, guys? Back here with a different kind of video for you. So, what I'm about to play for you right here is what I consider the greatest play of Johnny Manziel's NFL career. I know that's quite a statement, but I really think it's accurate. Now, unfortunately, most of you probably don't remember this play because it didn't end up being a touchdown, and as a result, it doesn't pop up on too many Johnny Manziel highlight clips on YouTube. And that's really unfortunate because this really was a spectacular play. So first, I'm just going to let the video play out, and then I'm going to come back and do a step-by-step breakdown of it. So with all that said, let's roll the tape.
Manziel in some trouble. Manziel gets out of it. Manziel pump and run. Johnny Manziel, touchdown! What a highlight from Johnny Football.
Just what an electrifying play. Alright, let's take another look at it, do a breakdown. Okay, takes the snap, drops back, doesn't like what he sees, scrambles around a little bit. Someone's got his jersey. Looks like he's going down for sure, but breaks out of it. Then does a sick pump fake, Ben Roethlisberger style, fooled everybody, fooled the cameraman. Then runs and dives for the end zone, touchdown, 6 points. Now, unfortunately, the ref screwed him over and said he was down at the 1 yard line. And in typical Browns fashion, they actually didn't score a touchdown on this drive. But that right there showed you the superstar potential that Johnny Manziel had. By the way, Johnny Football threw for 372 yards that day, at Pittsburgh. And look, I'm just going to go out and say it. Johnny Manziel wasn't that bad. In 2015. Emphasis on 2015. In 2014, I know he was a total embarrassment. But in 2015, he actually had a decent season. I mean, just look at his stats. He had 7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, that's a positive ratio, and his record was 2-4, which I know doesn't look great, but when you consider the Browns won what, 1 game the next 2 seasons, it doesn't look that bad in retrospect. And I went back and listened to that Tomahawk episode with Johnny Manziel, and on there he explained he learned a lot from Josh McCown that year. Like, Josh McCown took him under his wing and just taught him everything he knew about preparing for defenses and how to be an NFL quarterback and all that, and Manziel took it very seriously. And as a result, he had a pretty good year in 2015. Now, obviously, he wasn't worth a first-round pick. That goes without saying. That was a total publicity stunt to sell tickets. And that's really a shame because it set the franchise back several years. But all I'm saying is, like, when Johnny Manziel's head was screwed on straight, he could definitely play in this league. There was no doubt about that. I always use the comparison to Jeff Garcia. Because if you look at it, they're both undersized, and they're both way more comfortable playing outside of the pocket. So I think had Johnny Manziel put 110% effort into the NFL, he could have been like a Jeff Garcia. And that's not an insult. I mean, Jeff Garcia was a 4-time Pro Bowler. By the way, I was hearing people compare Baker Mayfield to Jeff Garcia because I think John Gruden said something like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. Baker Mayfield's ceiling is way higher than Jeff Garcia. I think Johnny Manziel is definitely a more reasonable comparison. Anyway, that concludes this video. It's been a while since I uploaded anything to my channel, so I figured I needed to put something out, and this didn't take much effort at all. It was just a fun little thing. And what's nice about this is it kind of prevents me from having to make a documentary about Johnny Manziel, because I kind of covered everything in this little 5-minute blurb that I would have covered in a documentary. You know, the only difference is in a documentary I would have included more irrelevant details. So in all honesty, this little clip will do. But before I sign off, I do want to end with 2 little reminders. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Ramen Robbie Highlights. That's where I've since re-uploaded all the old Browns clips that used to be on my channel. I did that to avoid getting copyright strikes. Well, I've since re-uploaded them there. I'm also uploading new vintage Browns stuff there. So if you're into all that throwback Browns kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to that. Also, follow my Twitter account. I've had it for about a month or 2 now. It's really fun to interact with fans on there. I also try to, give some interesting sports takes, so make sure you follow that too. I'll leave the link to the YouTube channel and the Twitter in the description, so follow those 2 things. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me. I'm officially signing off now. I'm Ramen Robbie, and thanks for watching.